Here's your wrestling news for May 6, 2021. And your headlines for today include: strange rule all WWE interviews have to obey revealed, 3 title matches set for next week's Dynamite, NXT superstar mocks Blood and Guts match botched ending, why did AEW offer refunds for Blood and Guts special, WWE legend confirmed for Fortnite, Batista returned teased, who will the animal be facing? I believe in giving fans a finish, Tony Khan hits back at WWE. Details on Bryan joining AEW revealed. I left them threatening voice messages, WWE Hall of Famer reveals shocking relationship with Vince McMahon, and more. It's no secret that WWE has lots of rules for its superstars, such as what they can and can't post on social media, but it's not just the wrestlers who have to obey Vince McMahon's bizarre laws. Recently, WWE broadcast team member Scott Stanford appeared on the Launchcast to discuss his WWE tenure and used one of his first appearances doing play-by-play with Joey Styles to reveal a strange rule interviewers have to obey. I was a little too tall, so I had to kneel down because you always have to make the superstar look bigger. That's why now you'll see small females who stand and look up. At just 5 feet tall, Kayla Braxton is the perfect height for WWE's brand of interviewers, while Stanford, who's 6'1", had to squat when speaking to superstars. This week, Kayla Braxton had to fill in for Kevin Patrick as the Irish interviewer recently became a father, and we'll have to see how Patrick is standing when he returns to Monday Night Raw. 2 larger-than-life stars of Raw are Randy Orton and Riddle, who despite their differences are doing well as RK Bro. On this week's Raw, the pair picked up their second win, defeating Jackson Ryker and Elias, and fans should expect the pair to keep on notching up victories. PW Insider reports that current plans for Team RK Bro is to receive a sizable push, possibly to the top of Raw's tag division. It was also reported that WWE plans on releasing RK Bro merchandise soon, adding fuel to the rumors that the pair will be around for a while. At this time, the Raw Tag Team Championships are held by AJ Styles and Omos, and it may just be a matter of time before the duo lose the gold to this unlikely tag team. AEW news, and given how popular the company has been all over the world, it makes sense that international fans want their own AEW merchandise. This week, the company launched their global shop, which will cater to 224 countries, with over 400 shirts already available to purchase. This is huge news for international fans who previously had to buy AEW merch from their US store, as AEW claims the new global store will save up to 60% on shipping costs and cut delivery time in half. AEW also announced that they have warehouses and locations including Toronto, Canada, Riga, Latvia, Barcelona, Spain, and Brisbane, Australia, as the company's influence continues to grow around the world. One person who's made an impression in AEW is Miro, who will have a championship match next week. Ahead of the Blood and Guts main event, the Bulgarian wrestler confronted Tony Schiavone to reveal he'll be challenging for Darby Allin's TNT title, with the stipulation being that Allin will forfeit the title if he's unable to compete. This will be one of 3 title matches next week, as Jon Moxley will defend his IWGP United States title against Yuji Nagata, while the AEW World Tag Team Champions the Young Bucks defend against SCU. With Orange Cassidy vs. Pac in a World Title #1 Contenders match and Cody Rhodes set to make an announcement about Double or Nothing, next week's Dynamite will be a huge show, one that could see lots of titles change hands. This week's edition of Dynamite was the company's Blood and Guts special, and whilst the main event had plenty of blood, it also had a very awkward finish. In the final moments, MJF threatened to throw Chris Jericho off the top of the cage, forcing the Inner Circle members to surrender, but that didn't stop the Pinnacle leader from carrying out his threat. Throwing Jericho off the cage, the former world champion landed on a very visible crash pad, hardly the extreme ending fans expected from the Blood and Guts match. On Twitter, Shotzi Blackheart poked fun at the finish, sharing a gif of somebody landing comfortably on a bed, and though she didn't mention AEW, it's clear what her tweet was aimed at. This finish comes not long after AEW's underwhelming explosion at Revolution, though it's worth remembering that the company faced backlash last year after a scary, unprotected fall by Matt Hardy. Blackheart herself is no stranger to a death-defying style, as she was in a street fight during this week's NXT, and we'll have to see if, like the underwhelming explosion, AEW addresses this situation on TV. AEW Blood and Guts saw the company's largest in-person crowd in over a year, but things didn't exactly live up to expectations. Appearing on stage before the broadcast began, Tony Khan thanked the 1,500 fans in attendance and revealed that the first match that would be seen live would be the Blood and Guts match an hour into the show. For the first hour, fans there would watch a pre-taped show on the big screen, though AEW would use their live reactions to what they were watching, and Khan quickly announced that refunds were available for anyone who wanted to leave. The special edition of Dynamite was originally planned to be a one-match show, but ended up having multiple matches happen. It's unclear if anyone did get their money back before the live show started, but this wasn't the best way for AEW to welcome back their biggest fan attendance in over a year. Back to WWE, and as one of the company's biggest stars, The Rock has appeared in countless WWE games, but now the Brahma Bull is trading the ring for the Fortnite arena. Though no information has been confirmed by Epic, the game's developer, a leaked document has said that the former WWE champion is coming to the game, and these documents were leaked as part of the ongoing lawsuit between Epic and Apple. In the hearing, which started earlier this week, it was revealed that The Rock was meant to be released during the first quarter of 2021, but that obviously hasn't happened yet. The massively popular game is out on PS4, PS5, Xbox One, Xbox Series S, PC, and Nintendo Switch, and though he's not been confirmed yet, fans know the great one is coming soon. From a former WWE champion to the current title holder, as Bobby Lashley is certainly a busy man, but that didn't stop him from running into another former WWE champion. On Twitter, the almighty champion shared a photo with Batista, as they both live in the Tampa area, and on Instagram said it was good to bump into his good friend. In his caption, Lashley even promised the animal a WWE Championship match if Batista ever returns to the ring, a challenge Batista hasn't responded to at this time. Batista has been adamant that his in-ring career is over, but perhaps a WWE Championship feud could lure him back for one last run. Though they teamed together on SmackDown in 2006, the only singles match between them came during the October 6, 2006 SmackDown, which ended in a no contest. Would you like to see this match happen? Let us know in the comments. Back to the present, and WWE has won big at the 27th Annual Communicator Awards. Honoring excellence in strategic, effective, and meaningful communication across digital, video, podcasts, marketing, mobile, print, and more, WWE won a total 17 awards, including for projects such as various WWE Network documentaries, WrestleMania 36, and the company's TikTok account. WWE's first ever no-makeup photo shoot and the New Day's podcast special about racial injustice also picked up awards, as the company is clearly doing things right from a communicator's perspective. One person WWE would like to see less of is Armando Alejandro Montalvo, and no, this isn't the former manager of Umaga/ECW general manager. Montalvo is an obsessed fan who's reportedly caused WWE trouble, trespassing on their property multiple times, and in one instance, smeared feces on the wall of the Performance Center. On June 22nd last year, Montalvo was arrested and live-streamed his court date, where he cut a promo on the judge, and now he's back posting online again. Yesterday, around 4 p.m., Montalvo started posting on Facebook again, and though he hasn't said anything out of line yet, the fact that he's out of incarceration is an interesting development. According to court records obtained by Ringside News, his next trial date will be on May 27th, and the terms of his release mean that Montalvo must stay away from anything WWE related for that time. Whether Montalvo does this or not remains to be seen, as he has a history of trespassing, and hopefully WWE can put this matter behind them later this month. More from AEW, which has always seen itself as an alternative to WWE, and that's something Tony Khan made clear this week. Speaking to Entrepreneur.com, the AEW president was asked about how AEW is different to other promotions, and said, "I don't really do cheap DQ finishes to prolong something. There are other wrestling programs where you might see multiple DQs and countouts in a week. I believe in giving the fans a finish to the match, not doing the same matches 17 weeks in a row over and over again." Speaking about some company missteps, Khan admitted being overwhelmed by running a wrestling company at first, but didn't address specific moments such as Matt Hardy's all-out injury or the Dud Revolution explosion. It'll be interesting to see what AEW is like in the years to come, but for now, Tony Khan believes there's plenty that separates them from all other promotions out there. AEW has plenty of big names already, many of whom are from WWE, but one person the company isn't expecting to join is Daniel Bryan. This week, it was reported that Bryan's contract with WWE expired, and it's not known if he's re-signed, especially as Bryan has kept quiet about his contract status. When Fightful asked around in various companies, they were told it's expected that Ring of Honor will try to bring him in, while sources in AEW, quote, fully expect Bryan to remain in WWE. One source in AEW said that they've heard that he's confirmed he's staying in WWE at this time. This is a unique situation as a free agent Bryan Danielson would be one of wrestling's hottest commodities, but for now, don't expect AEW to make an offer. Last month, Kalisto was released from WWE, and whilst he's subject to a 90-day non-compete clause, the former Cruiserweight champion is wasting no time in teasing his next big move. On social media, Kalisto posted a short teaser of him gearing up for something before you hear a bell ring, and he mentioned Triller Fight Club in the hashtags of the post. Triller recently made headlines with the Jake Paul vs. Ben Askren fight, and even said they'd host a match between Joey Janela and indie wrestler Dylan Bostic, though Janela isn't interested. Kalisto's post garnered attention, most notably from SmackDown Sasha Banks, as the boss made it clear she'd pay to see Kalisto in Triller. Kalisto will have to wait until July 14th for his 90-day non-compete clause to expire before he can compete for Triller or anywhere, but he obviously has some support from his former WWE co-workers despite his departure last month. And we're ending today with Kurt Angle, who had an incredible WWE career before his departure in 2006. That departure came as drug problems continued to mount up, and WWE refused to let him work if he didn't enter rehab, an ultimatum that didn't sit well with the Olympic gold medalist. Speaking on his podcast this week, Angle discussed why he left WWE in 2006, as his painkiller problems were only worsened by a series of injuries, and how his relationship with Vince McMahon deteriorated, saying, "My relationship with Vince started dwindling, and it was getting more erratic. I was, calling him, leaving him messages with threats. I just felt out of control. I started lashing out at Vince, and Vince was ignoring me, which made me even more angrier. I would leave him threatening messages on his answering machine, on his cell phone." In August 2006, Angle left WWE and was in TNA Wrestling by the end of the year, and we're pleased to see Kurt and WWE on much better terms despite his release last year. Well guys, that's our news for today. Please share your comments below. Also hit the like button, subscribe to our channel, and hit the bell icon to receive all notifications. And as always, thanks for watching.